Okay, Polygon here. We got Matic. So, still looking for this short position. Let's just kind of see what our monthly aspect looks like. So, yeah, we got this huge monthly resistance up here, right below 80 cents. So, and then since then, so price came up, completely pulled back, rejected, came down, came down. These candles have been very small and on relative comparison. So, yeah, and it hasn't broken, above 70 now. So the 70-cent area been struggling. You can see actually yesterday came up, retested again. This probably would have been a really good trade entry if this filled your position, but that most likely didn't happen because it just came into this area. But I'm actually looking for another short position, and I think that this might have been good to miss. I think there's a better one setting up here. So price came into this zone, completely pulled back. You can see this huge bearish engulfing candle on this 4-hour time frame. Price is way below this 4-hour moving average as well, so that tells me that it is definitely bearish. There is a zone here that I can see now is formed, and I'm actually really interested in price breaking this area. So it is creating lower lows now, and this might have been the highest high that there will be now. So kind of like this little area here, it's created almost a little bit. This liquidity zone here is below this main one here, so we'll see if that holds, and I think it kind of will. And we'll see if price breaks this area here, and then I think if it breaks this area, you're good for a short. You can see this bear structure here setting up. So what I'm hoping is this comes down, breaks this area, and you're looking for an entry here below this zone. And then for that, I just want to make sure this is good. Yep. And then after that price breaks that zone, then I think you're good to short. And if you want to dump it down onto this time frame, yeah, so I like this as well. So price has been holding above this 1-hour moving average, broke, retested, just broke above, now is holding right here. Now it's literally breaking as we speak again. So that's most likely going to come down, and then we want price to really hold below this 1-hour moving average. So ideally it's going to go into this zone and hold below this moving average, and then you're going to be good to go. You can see this low much lower than this one. I mean, even this one is lower than this one. So these candles are getting deeper and deeper into this zone. So, and now you literally have this little area here that price kind of has created. It broke through it, came up to this liquidity zone, completely sold back through it, and now is holding below it. So I do think this is a good short. I mean, you could even short it now, to be honest. But if you wanted to wait a little bit longer, I mean, I really like this. I like yesterday's candle, and I like today's candle that came into this zone, retested these areas, and is now pulling back. So I like all of this, guys. I think this is a great short now. A lot of these, the last 3 cryptocurrencies I looked at this morning have all been good shorts, like literally right now. So it's cool that everything kind of is lining up together, all the markets. So the various currencies. So something like this, I mean, if we wanted a real specific entry, I want to give you guys the best entry I can. So I mean, I would probably just sell this right now, to be honest, but I mean, probably this zone, if you wanted to wait, let price come back, hit this area at 68.08 kind of thing. Anything above 68 cents is probably good, but and then maybe just set your stop. Probably I would do mid zone, because I mean that covers you against this area here. Price is filling that area, price is filling this area. So I would keep my stop a little bit up here, probably at 69.50. Just a nice whole number. And then yeah, this is what I'd be looking at. I think anything above 68.07 is the start of this zone, so I think that's totally fine. But if price comes back into this area, definitely short it. I think you'll be covered against all these prices. I think price wants to break lower here. So that is, as far as getting in on the best price, that would be the scenario. 6807 is kind of, you know, the ideal. If price comes up and rejects that area at all, then definitely sell it. And if you wanted to wait for a more of a momentum based trade, which you definitely could do, something like this. So basically, if price breaks below 67, we'll say 67.62 on this 1 hour. So this line here, is this straight? Doesn't look very straight. 60. Here, I'll set it up again here. 6762. 6762. Okay, so yeah, this line here, I'll even mark it here. There you go. So when price breaks this zone, if you have a 1 hour candle close below this zone, this 6762 area, I'm actually going to set an alert for this as well because I'm going to sell this too. Then as soon as price breaks below this area, and if a 1 hour candle closes below this 6762 area, I'm selling this all day. It's going to be below this 1 hour moving average, so you know that the momentum is in your favor. And then it'll, you know, it hasn't broken. A 1 hour candle has not closed below this area yet, but you can see how close it is. And even, I mean, these candles, you can see these candles came close and then rejected it at a much higher, kind of like they even kind of rejected at the top of this zone, whereas these candles have pushed in more, and you can just see like these have closed as close as possible to 6762 multiple times. So I'm really comfortable with price coming down to this level and then shorting it from there as well too. So short it now, short it then. If price comes back up to any of these previous areas, you can sell it. I mean, if price did come up to 68.7, yeah, 68.80 even, into this main area here, this is like the upper liquidity area. So this is, I mean, if you wanted the best price ever, it's up here, which I don't think you're gonna get, but you could. And then I think your second best price is 68.07, and then your third best price is 67.62. So you can either enter, you know, this trade setup that I have marked here, and that'll give you kind of like your most optimal price that's most likely to happen with the most optimal stop loss, which would be above all these areas, which if you use a stop loss, that's what I would do. And then, or you can just do a momentum based trade. So basically as soon as price breaks 67.62, you just enter that trade. And then I would enter something like this then. I mean, you could even tighten this up, because if price breaks this area, I think you're good to go. So you could tighten your stop just above this zone here, and I think you'd be just fine if you wanted to use a stop loss. And you're looking at like a huge risk to reward, probably 20 plus. That's if this goes all the way down, which I don't think it will. That was our original assessment for the month, but the month of August, these summer months, the liquidity is just not there. So my first target would probably be actually right here, this area here. I would just do the bottom of this area, and I mean that should be within the monthly range, but who knows? These months, these cryptocurrencies, their ranges are so off every month. They're vastly different. So and it's got to break this big area here. So that would obviously be step one, is to break this big area. Then I think it will. If there's enough momentum through it and enough liquidity to keep it going, I think it will. But yeah, guys, that's my trade entry for Polygon. I think it's a great short now. It's a great short at 68.07. It's a great short even up here. I think you could short this all day. And if you really wanted to be super safe and conservative, wait for price to break 67.62 on the 1 hour and close below it, even if it closed through it. But if you could have a 1 hour candle completely close the entire full candle below 67.62, then you're good to go. So that is Polygon.